Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. Before start to see my video, please subscribe my channel. I need your support now. Today we will study about the HTML frames. HTML frames are used to divide your browser windows into multiple sections where each section can load a separate HTML documents. Like you which you are using laptop using the with the maximum with the scene option like maximum and number of frames, right? So that is what we are studying now. For creating that one, we should study for the frames. So collection of the frames in a browser windows is known as the frame set. Collection of the more than one frames is called as a frame set, and the window is divided into frames in a similar way, that are table or organized into rows and columns like that. And disadvantages of frames is some smaller devices cannot cope with the frames often because the screen is not big enough to be divided, like because of normal Android phone are not able to the frames. Why? Because of that screen is not larger or means smaller, so that's why. And sometimes your page will be displayed differently on different computers due to the different screen resolution, and the browser back button might not work as a user hopes, and there are still new browser that do not support frame technology. So like that, these are some disadvantages of browsers, means frames. And how can I create the frames? By to use the frames on a page, we use first of all frame set tag, and instead of body tag. If you want to create a frames, while creating the HTML, we should use the frame set tag instead of using the body tag, because of always we are writing the HTML code. That time you are using the body tag after the head tag, right? But if you want to create the frames, that time you don't use the body tag. Instead of that, we should use the frame set tags. The frame set tag defines how to divide the windows into frames, and a rows attributes of frame set tag defines the rows attributes of frames indicates the horizontal frames, and the column attribute depends the vertical frames. Like if the with the column wise the images are displayed, like when we specify the column attribute. If the uh, if frames are displayed in serial wise or in horizontal frames, when we specify the row attributes. Each frame is indicated by a frame tag, and it defines which HTML document shall open into a frame. So like that it happen. We'll show the practical how can I create the frames by using the HTML language. First we have to open the HTML, and then we have to close, and between that we in header, after that header part we have to write the title of that pages. In the after completing the head part, we should write the frame set, because of in while creating the frames, we are not using the head tag, right? Means head element. Instead of that, we use the frame set. First we have to open the frame set, and instead of we have to specify the rows or column, which manner we have to specify the we have to display the frames. So for that we have to specify rows or column, with also we have to specify the percentage of the individual frames, which frame displays in how much screen, which frame take the how much thing, like that we have to specify, right? By considering or comparing with the 100% screen. If the frame is not supported to the different browser, that time we write the no frame tag. For if the frame is not supporting, that time that display your browser does not support the frames, like that it displaying. So this is the normal example. Now I will show you the one of the example which I made, or practical example. Already I did one frame, so now I will show you. See, this is why what I did for HTML, using the HTML code creating the frame. In HTML, first I open the HTML tag. After that, I open head tag. In that I specified the heading of that frame tag, means frame pages. After that, after the closing the head tag, I using means used the frame set tag instead of using the body tag. And after that I use the columns for specifying that how on which manner it have to specify like that. For purpose I used the columns, and also I specified the percentage of that screen individual frames. After that I open the frame tag, in that I specify the name with quotation mark, and after that I specify the link or file link by using the src code, means src attribute. So in this coding I use the three web frames, creating the three frames. This is what I done. You after writing the after opening the every frame with writing src and like that, you must have to close that every frames, right? Because of I told you before, every opening tag has a closing tag, but some tag are not having closing tag, like a break and some tags, image tag like that. So like these are some tags. So we will look about the output of this one. So see, this is the output. These are the three frames. See, this one frames, and this one frames, and this one frames. I know what happened, but image is not displaying. Leave it, just understand this. But this is displayed. This in this I specified the 40%. In those two frames I specified 30%. So it's like displaying, and also I use the column, so that's why it are displayed by in the column manner. See how it's look like. And don't consider the whole frame is only one frame. Will always look like this only, like this. So these are the three frames. I hope you understand very well. And next, when we are continuing with the attributes of frames, and these are some attributes with the value and descriptions. Frame border, if you want to add the frame border, you have to specify the 0 or 1. If you specify the 1, that means you are its default the value is 1, that means you are adding the border. If you are writing the 0, that is display the border around the frame or not, and its default value is 1. Means totally if you specify the 0, that include the border. If you specify the 1, it not include border, right? Sorry. And long desk, it you specify the page which contain the long description of the content of the frame, like that. And same margin height of pixel is specify the top and bottom margin height of the frame, and margin width pixel, it depends the height of the margin between and frames. It depends the height of between margin between frames. So this is means 1 minute. See, it's specify the like this. This is height in from this to this is the something height, right? So it is specified by the margin height, and margin width is like a top to bottom, and this is margin. This is this is margin height. Margin height means top to bottom how it's long, and margin width means it depends the height of the margin between frames, means this one, right? In this see, this is the different means gap between this is the place where the gap between the two frames, right? So this is called a margin width. And next one is the name, that we text, and it used to assign the name of the frame, right? Because of see, name, this is what name attribute we use specify the name of the file. And next one, non-resize, it is used to prevent the resizing of frame by user, because of in that I am not used in this I am not used the no resize attribute. So that's why we are able to, so I able to resize that image in, see, I can see, so like this. But if I specified that, means, once again, if I specified the this non resize attribute, then it did not allow to resize like this, right? And next one is scrolling. It is specified existence of scholar per overfalling the contents like this. See in this no, that is, see once again, see, it is scrolling, right? So for that we use the scrolling. And last one is src is used to specifying the link of the file. So I hope you understand very well about frames, html frames. So now we are looking about the iframes. The iframes are the inline function is one of the part of which compiler copy the code from the function difference and function definition directly into the code of the calling function, rather than the creating a separate set of instruction in a memory. We can define an inline frame with the HTML tag iframe because of by using if you nowadays the number of frames and technology are improved, right? At a time you are using the more than one frames at that time. So we have to specify the frames by with the size, right? Oh, for that we using the iframes while creating the web pages. So this is the very common trick for the all web nowadays for the web users. And tag is not somehow related to the frame set tag, and instead of it can appear anywhere in your documents. The frame tag defines the rectangular region within the documents in which the browser can display separate documents, include the scroll bar and border. It includes the scroll border and see, uh, this frame is and having the scroll border and right, scroll bars and borders, right? So this is what in frame. And the inline frame is used to embed another documents within the current HTML documents. See, in I am using the same documents. If I want to add in, it is different document, and this one is a different document. So but I use per frames only one in document, so it look like that only. But for adding that, you can also add a different if you give the different src of a different file, then we'll automatically will get the different frame in this one. And I think next one is the src attribute used to specify the url of the document that occupy the inline frame. As told you before also, the src is always used to specifying the path of the file. And next one is example for how can I create the iframe. So this is the example. First we have to open, this is the common for all web pages. First we have to open HTML, and after that head, after that. But in iframes you are not using the body tag, but means in frames. But while creating the iframes you have to use the body tag. Under that we are specifying the iframes and that all. See, also I created the one of the iframe. This is code which I done. First I once again, see, this is what I did. first I open the HTML, after that I open the head tag, and also I close the head tag with writing the title, and after that I open the body. Under that I write the iframe. But while creating the frames we are not use the body tag, but we have to use the body tag when you are creating the iframes. So this is what I, but process is also same. We are also using in this src and look, and src and path, and by if you want to add the more, then we have to add the more frames like that, which I did. So like that we have to do. So in the output is look like this one. So these are three outputs. I so see every frames iframes having their own bars and right. So this is, you can also specify the size or different, because I specified the different sizes for the different frames. So for what they are having the different sizes, right? So this one is having a highest size, and this one is having a higher size, and this one is having different size, right? By because of this reason. Now I used the different size, height and width per different frames. I hope you understand very well. And these are some attributes and descriptions. Same. This is also same for a frame, and which I said before frame. This is same for iframe also. Same SSL, same SRC also say the always tell the path of that name, and name always say the content, and frame border lay same like a frame. So I hope you understand very well. For getting a more video when I upload, please subscribe my channel. I hope you understand very well. Thank you.